Good job, sure. Hello. Hello, everybody. Good Thursday to everybody. My hair's getting terrible lately. Look. I need my haircut. Oh, yes. So how is everybody? Okay, we got what at 2 o'clock? What at 3 o'clock show? Oh yes, we're busy day today, and quite a few tonight. And we got someone called Pauline Vallance in a minute, and she plays the harp. Um, only saw the harp once being played, and that's when I went to the Albert Hall around about years ago now. Must have been about 15, 16 years ago. So anyway, looking forward to that, answering their questions. So yeah. So don't forget, guys, leave the comments in the right hand side. If you come and have a chat with me and leave your comments and everything. Say hello, Steve, or whatever, or good day. If you're from Australia, you know what I mean. And we'd be okay. Don't go anywhere because you'll be here very soon. We hope. Anyway, and yes, so I love to play the harp. Yes, I always love to play that. Play the harp. Do 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 do. Oh yes. Yes, so should be on in a minute. So we should be playing the harp. Then at 3 o'clock we've got violin. We've got people, a couple who's playing the violin. The violin. Don't forget, guys, please, please, please leave me a message in the right hand side. Going to be quite good shows on today, I promise. Don't go anywhere. Stay put and enjoy. And don't forget, you can leave me a comment or two. Even wish me a Merry Christmas, you can. In the right hand side. So if you want to, you can. Also got radio page, join my radio page. It will be live on there too with some bits of music and stuff. So we've gone up to around about nearly 5,000 people now on my radio page. That's really good. So thank you for that. So still waiting for my guest to pop in. It's like Mary Poppins, isn't it? You pop in, you pop out, you shake it all about. You do the okey dokey and you turn around. And that's, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Oh, I'll just move this way a bit, that's fine.
Pauline, thank you very much for joining me.
You're very welcome.
It's been it's been a busy time of the year with everything going on, isn't it, really?
Definitely has. I know, a very strange time of year.
How have you been coping?
Strangely okay. But their year's gone very, very quickly. And normally I would be out and about doing lots of gigs, which obviously stopped at the beginning of the year. But then I very quickly got into doing live streams, which I really enjoy. And and posting videos to lots of groups, particularly on Facebook, that have cropped up and you could post videos. And I have posted a lot. I've been doing a lot.
I know. Yeah. I love it because you're making a lot of people happy, and lots of people are staying in,
Yeah. So you might as well be doing something. So yes, I've been doing one song to the tune of another. I've also been writing a lot of songs actually, and yeah, so that's been good. And I've met a writer who I wouldn't have met if I hadn't been for the lockdown situation, and we've been writing songs together. So some positives. You've got to take the positives.
Yeah, what's been happening? What's been happening then? So you've been writing some songs.
Yeah.
Tell everybody a bit about yourself.
Okay, well. My name is Pauline Vallance. I live in Ayrshire. I play the clarsach. There's not an awful lot of room for it, but there we go. That's it there. A harp, kind of Celtic harp. I played other instruments and I have like studied music and stuff. But about 12 years ago, I learned the clarsach through a local group, and I started writing songs because I find the harp very inspirational. So I've been writing songs for about 12 years. I used to work in childcare and youth work, and so stopped that a few years ago. Thought I'll make it as a musician, but I don't really fit. It's hard to fit into any particular kind of groove. So I was doing everything I can, doing folk clubs, festivals, but also weddings, bar mitzvahs. I play a lot in care homes usually, and I write songs as well. So that's my normally what we'd be doing. But during the last few months, I suppose it's time for reflection. I think. I mean, I have written far more this year than I normally would. I've had more energy for writing, and that's been really enjoyable. Some with a writer friend who's called Rakesh, who's been sending me words. I was planning to do a show at the Edinburgh Fringe this year, but we ended up videoing that like just in my house on my son's phone. It's like I'm not very high tech. I mean, some people do amazing techie things, and I'm doing everything as simply as possible because it suits me, and that's just what I do. So in a strange way, I've reached more of an audience in strange ways, and and thanks to folk like yourselves for having shows and interviews and podcasts and stuff. So it's about making the most of the situation we're in, really, isn't it?
Well, you're welcome anytime. We got a radio station there, and we do a lot of podcasts, so we got you on. With your music, is there any inspiration from it? Is it do you look at people and think I want to be them?
Oh, that's a good question that I think I should have thought more about. I think my problem is I have lots of influences. I really like a wide range of music. I was brought up, I learned classical music and studied it, so I love that. I was also brought up to love folk music. We used to listen to, some jazz, but more kind of jazz, jazz standards, singers maybe from the 1930s. So, and also love pop and rock music. I mean, I've been to see some of the greats. I was lucky enough to see Queen in the Freddie Mercury days. Seen Blondie. I love Springsteen. I've seen Dylan. So it's really hard. I mean, to be quite honest, just good musicians inspire me. There's a Scottish songwriter I really admire called Karine Polwart, and I like her songs. But I just love so many. And this year I've been experimenting with lots of different styles, so I've quite enjoyed that. I just like good stuff. Almost any genre, as long as it's good.
You can play quite a few instruments, but why the harp?
Sorry, why the harp? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good questions. It was kind of chance. There was a group set up in Ayrshire to teach people the harp, and they were providing harps, and it was absolutely free. It was part of their kind of Gaelic development program. So I went along to this. I think I'd always secretly wanted to play the harp, but just thought it might be really tricky. So I went along to this group, found playing the harp just so enjoyable and lovely. And one of the women was selling this very harp, and I bought it. And I just went on from there. I started messing around myself, writing songs and experimenting with styles. So it's quite versatile. I think people think of it as very, you're going to be doing lovely folky, ethereal things. You can do, I can do rock covers, you can do anything. And that's why I like about it. I never mastered the guitar, and I'm not great at the keyboard or anything. And the harp just it just suits me. Bottom line, suits me.
Yeah. Can you play us a song now?
I will indeed. Yes, I'm just trying to think. Well, I've written a Christmas song. Will I do that? We'll start with a Christmas song.
Go on.
Yeah, I'll tell you a bit more about it. I live near a village called Lochwinnoch. So I'm not sure. Where are you from, Steve? Whereabouts are you based?
Well, I'm in Devon, which is kind of like the other end of the country.
The other end. Okay.
Yeah,
You'll
but
not
I've been to Scotland a few times. So
nice. Well, you'll
and
not. Yeah.
yeah.
You might not have heard of this village. My village next to mine is called Lochwinnoch, and it's a very arty village. And what they've done, they haven't been able to hold their usual arts events this year, but they've invited people to decorate their windows. I think quite a lot of places are doing this. Decorate their windows with pictures, black card and tissue paper, and shine
All right.
lights in the window. And they're doing that this weekend, and also having a live stream. And anyway, I wrote this song for that. It's my first ever Christmas song that I've ever written, so I'm quite proud of it. And it's called Christmas Windows. So
Take it away.
there's a snowman smiling down at me, and a fairy waving from a tree, and a Loch Ness monster that I see. And I'm in the wrong key. That's ridiculous. Sorry. I thought, I don't know what I did there. I'm going to have to start that again. I went into the wrong key. I'll explain about keys in a minute. And a Loch Ness monster that I see. I can see his head, then a hump, then a hump, then his tail. In the next house, Shrek is grinning wide. Princess Elsa, how she loves to glide. And a young boy wizard tries to hide. I can see a cat, then a dog, then a bear, then a frog through the glass. Light your windows up with love this Christmas time. Decorate the glass and let the gladness shine. Choose a story that truly warms your heart, and it will send out rays of light, of warmth, even though we're apart. In this year when everything is strange, but the warmth inside us still remains, we will try to joyously arrange sights and sounds to cheer and give hope that we all still have joy in our hearts. So light your windows up with love this Christmas time. Decorate the glass and let the gladness shine. Choose a story that truly warms your heart, and it will send out rays of light, of warmth, even though we're apart. Light your windows up with love this Christmas time. Decorate the glass and let the gladness shine. Choose a story that truly warms your heart, and it will send out rays of light, of warmth. Rays of light, of warmth, even though we're apart. There's a snowman smiling down at me.
Ah, thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. That was really nice. What was
Oh,
the
thank you.
meaning? What was the meaning from that song?
Sorry, you're asking me what the meaning is? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Um, well, it's just about how people are going to have to find different ways of spreading to love at Christmas. We're not going to be able to do the things that we normally do, but
yeah.
we do what we can. But I was just really inspired that people in this village are going to be decorating their windows specially, and other people are going to wander around and look at the windows. So instead of having an event where you all get together, because we can't do that,
Mm,
it's a nice community event. The village will be wandering around looking at people's windows. And I just find that really inspiring. There's loads of things sprung up, like, the kind of thing you're doing, the kind of
mm,
mad videos I've been doing. It's just making another way of communicating, really,
yeah,
because we
yeah.
can't do it in the usual ways.
How long did
Yeah.
it take? How long did it take you to learn the harp?
Well, I'd probably say I'm still learning. You
Oh,
never stop learning. You never stop learning.
right.
Um, I was a bit cheeky with it, to be quite honest, because I went to this group to learn, and because I'd studied music, I do have quite a lot of musical knowledge. So I got a
Mm,
couple of bits of technique about the harp, but I wouldn't say I'm a total harp wizard. What I wanted to do with it was be creative. I didn't really want to stick with the practice for hours and see what happens. I just wanted to write songs, and you can do things on that. You can do quite simple things on the harp, and they can sound quite good. So even when I was just beginning, I was actually doing gigs with as much as I could do. So it's
mm,
one of those instruments you can do that. So I'm not. You see people doing elaborate things. I use the harp for what I need it for, and I've got better as the years have gone on. So still learning, still learning. I don't know how
yeah,
long it would take to. I do it. I can do what I need to do on the harp, and I'm happy with what I do. So
yeah. It's really good what you do. It's really good what you do.
thank you.
When you kind of like doing gigs, do you get any people that come up to you and say, "Could you play this specific song?" And all of a sudden you think, "How am I going to play that on the harp?"
Well, sometimes, but then I do quite a variety of things on the harp. So what I do with that, my wee trick with that one is if I can't do the exact thing for, then I try and do something in the same genre, the kind of thing. Like if they ask me for if like I'm trying to, if they ask me for a Bowie, for example, yes, I actually do a Bowie number. I do what do you call it? I do Space Oddity on the harp, so we could do that. And somebody asked me for Dylan one day, and I do. There's one Dylan song that I do, so I try and do something similar.
Right.
Um, the last few months I've done, because I've been doing this one song to the tune of another. It's there's probably nothing that I won't do. I've experimented with loads of different styles, so it'd be very rare that I'd be completely stumped. I could probably give people something in the region of what they were asking for.
Okay, because I was going to test you on this.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, try try some rock and roll on there.
Okay. Let's have a wee. I'm just trying to think. Have you got anything a bit more specific than that? Any particular?
No, no,
Uh,
you just carry on.
right. Okay. I would probably end up doing that song to the tune of. I can't think rock and roll.
I caught I caught you on the up, didn't I?
Little bit. If you could be a bit more, if you name me an artist or something, and I'll see if I can be a bit more. Um,
Um, um, I don't know. I tell you what, do an Elvis cover.
do what? Sorry.
Do an Elvis cover.
I need to go and get the words. I don't have the words to
All
hand.
right.
I don't
Um,
know them well enough. I would need to go and get a pile of words. But they're just over there. But I don't want to keep the wandering
no,
around
no.
the house. Sorry about that. I can't think of it. It would take me a while to
Yeah,
find
don't
the
worry about
words.
it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Sorry
it. It's okay. It's okay. Um,
about that.
I hear that what you do, you go to folk clubs too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually,
yeah. Usually you do when they're open and everything.
yeah.
What's that like? What's that like? Because a lot of people play different musical instruments, of course. You've got the harp, and someone could be playing the banjo, and what's it like to coming together as a folk club?
Well, if I'm playing at a folk club, it would normally be an actual gig. So it's not so much folk sessions where people would all be sort of piling in. So it would normally you would be arranged to go. So I would normally be just playing as a solo artist, or I also play in a group called Came, we're a kind of vocal trio. So we play quite a lot of folk clubs. So it would either be me singing and playing, and the other two would be harmonising, or we'd just be harmonising. So it's not all free. It's not a free for all. If you're booked to play at folk club, it's an actual gig. You would
Oh, right,
normally do,
okay.
yeah, you would normally do like 40, maybe 2 45-minute sets or something, or a shorter set. But you'd be there. You'd be actually performing. So it's not so
Yeah,
much piling in. I don't go to. I know what you mean. That there are folk sessions which do
yeah, they are.
exist.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit more. I don't do so much of that. The harp's a quiet instrument and it's quite awkward. I don't do so much of that. I've been probably doing more of it online actually, because you play one at a time online, which suits me better. I do a lot of Zoom. I do some Zoom sessions.
A few years back now, I went to Ireland and I went to Waterford
Mm.
and I popped into a pub one bank holiday and they were playing folk music in there and I was thinking, and it was what it was. It was like a free for all. They were like taking turns, doing different things. And I thought,
Yeah.
oh, this was quite good. People were dancing. There was someone playing the harp.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, how can you dance with the harp? But they do, don't they?
Can be quite dancey. Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you play a dancing one then? A dancing song?
Okay, I can try. I'm not. I'm not quite prepared for that, but never mind. I'll play just. I'll play just a few bars of a kind of dancey.
Yeah. Well done. Brilliant. That was really good. That was really good. So explain to me about the harp because I haven't got a clue. I've seen people kind of like, playing it, but that's it. So if someone wants to kind of like play the harp, what's the first thing they got to do?
Well, get access to a harp is the first thing.
Yeah.
So either hire one or buy one or go to a group that provides one. Or some are taught in schools. Well, you're just taught. It's you lay your hands on. You're trying not to kind of be just plucking strings out of thin air. You try and work out sort of patterns. I can't really explain too much without moving too much around, but you try and have your fingers in a pattern. This harp you change key with the levers as well, so you have to kind of work out what key you're going to be playing in. These levers raise the string by a semitone, and that's how you do that. So
right, okay.
And then just go with it. It depends what you want to do with it. I mean, I don't what I've just played there. I don't do many tunes. I use it mainly for song accompaniment because I like singing. So what I do is I work out an accompaniment. Right. I mean, what I'll do. Sorry, just to give you a wee change of what I do. I'll give you a first few bars of how I might do Space Oddity. Because I like to adapt things. I don't like to play other people's arrangements. I like to do.
I'll tell you what. Just do a song for us now.
Right.
Can you do space? Can you do Space Odyssey? Can you do that one then? Space Odyssey.
I could do. I hadn't planned to do that. I was going to do more of my own songs, but
okay, you do. Yeah.
I'll do a few bars of Space Oddity just so we can hear what it's like. Okay. Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today. 'Cause here am I sitting in my tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Though I've passed 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still. And I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much, she knows. Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead, there's something wrong, can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear? Am I floating round my tin can, far above the moon? Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
Well done. Brilliant. Very good. Very good. It's so really then with the ARP, is it really easy to play? So if someone buys the ARP or hires one out, how long does it take to learn to play the ARP?
It really depends on a lot of things. It depends if you've played other instruments, then it makes it a bit easier because it's
Right.
a fairly simple instrument. You can see the
Yeah,
strings.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
a piano on its side. So if you know your way around chords and how to make arrangements and how to arrange a song, it's not too bad. If you're starting from scratch, then obviously it seems like a lot of strings. You have to like make sure it's in tune. You have to work out how to get into the right key. So it helps to have a bit of musical knowledge. It makes it a bit easier. But I couldn't put a time on it because everybody's different. I mean, I did a gig within a week of buying this, but that was very foolhardy. And I don't know. It depends on how comfortable you are with musical instruments. So
Yeah,
how long
yeah,
is a piece of string?
yeah. Can you play a couple of your songs now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the first song I did was one of mine. Just so just so you know that as well.
Yeah,
I've
sure,
been
yeah.
mainly trying to do it. It's my own songs that I like to do mainly.
Yeah,
Um,
you
so
carry
yeah,
on.
so I'm going to do a song written in conjunction with my writer friend. His name is Rakesh, and we've been writing. We've in the last 3 months we've written about 26 songs together, which is I can't even believe how much. And this is one of our favourites. So this is a song he wrote the words, and I've written the music, and it's called Blue Leaves.
Okay.
The seasons all come and go, the changing colors changing hue. But this year's autumn leaves will be so blue without you. Summer will bring flowers, the sun will come shining through. But this year's autumn leaves will be so blue without you. Your fragrance still lingers here, each breath a whiff of morning dew. The birds will serenade us, but this year only sing the blues. Spring will mess with cherry trees, bursting blossom buds in bloom. But this year's autumn leaves will be so blue without you. La 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 la. La 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 la. Your fragrance still lingers here, each breath a whiff of morning dew. The birds will serenade us, but this year only sing the blues. Winter undresses trees, naked branches come to view. But all that I will see will be so blue without you. The seasons all come and go, the changing colors, changing hues. But this year's autumn leaves will be so blue without you.
Well done. That's a nice song, that was. Where was the idea for that song to, then?
Well, that was from my writer friend Rakesh. He writes a lot of really small poems, haiku, haikai, and the beginning of that, the idea from that came from there, and then we thought it would make a nice song, so I asked him to sort of add more words to it, and then we kind of worked out a few of the words together. So that's so it started a small poem and it's ended up as a song. So we're quite proud of that one.
Lovely. It's lovely. What are you going to play next for us?
Okay. There's a whole mixture I could do. Well, I could. It's just trying to decide what I've been doing so much the last wee while. I'm just trying to decide how many to do. I could do a song to the tune of another, and then another couple of original songs. If you, would that be an idea to do that?
You carry on.
Okay. What I'll do, right. Let's just to give you an idea of what I've been doing. This started in tribute to the late great Tim Brooke-Taylor, you know, the comedian who died earlier this year. And he used to take part a lot in a show called I'm Sorry, I Haven't a Clue on Radio 4. And they do this one song to the tune of another. So I've done about 120 of these now. I've posted videos of them all. They're all on my YouTube channel, my Pauline Vallance YouTube channel. And so I'll do one of my favourites. I have many favourites. I posted one just yesterday. I think yesterday I did Sade's Smooth Operator to the tune of I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts. But this one is, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's see how quickly you can guess what this is. I just killed a man, put my gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Life had just begun. Is this the real life, or is this just fantasy? I'm caught in a landslide, no escape from reality, no escape from reality. Too late, my time has come, send shivers down my spine. Body's aching all of the time. Goodbye, I've got to go. Is this the real life, or is this just fantasy? I'm caught in a landslide, no escape from reality, no escape from reality. I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very frightening. Oh, Galileo Figaro, Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. Oh, never let him go, never let him go, never let him go. So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye? You think you can love me and leave me to die? Baby, don't do this to me. Gotta get right out of here. Is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy? I'm caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy? I'm caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. No escape from reality. No escape from reality.
Well done. Brilliant. Really
Thank you.
good. Thank you very much. Um, when you kind of like play on the harp, have you been anywhere where you've had embarrassing moments, say? Any embarrassing moments?
Embarrassing moments. Well, mainly through just making mistakes. It's funny with the harp. You've got to sometimes you don't. You've got to be really physically
Yeah,
comfortable with it. And it
yeah,
took me
yeah.
a while to figure out. I've got to sit in quite a low stool, for example. So if I'm sitting too high and I can't reach the strings, I'm going to end up making mistakes. So I need a nice low stool, and lighting is important because you can't really see the strings so much here, but there's red strings, there's black strings, and there's neutral strings. And if you can't
Okay,
see them, if the lighting's not very good, then again, you end up making mistakes. So I can't even mention the number of times that I've just started playing it and realised that I can't actually see what I'm doing.
yeah, yeah.
And I've either made loads of mistakes or I've had to adapt what I'm doing. Oh, I'll tell you, I'll tell you one. I do have one story that was actually an embarrassing moment. About 3 years ago, I was touring with this group that I'm in, and we were touring in Canada. Now it's the first time I've been to Canada. I was really excited. 3 days before we flew out, I fell off my bike and broke my wrist, which is a bit of a drawback with the harp. You kind of usually play it with both
Yeah.
hands. Now I decided very quickly. I thought if they let me fly, which they did allow me to fly, and I decided I could play it with one hand, one finger in one hand, and the other hand was okay. So we had a gig that Friday. We arrived in Canada on the Thursday, gig on the Friday. I was playing a harp. I don't travel with this harp. I borrowed a harp, so I was playing a harp I didn't know. I had to reach over and tune with this hand. I couldn't tune with this hand because this was the broken wrist. And I'd set the harp where we're meant to go up on stage and start playing. And I sat down and realised I'd put it in completely the wrong key. And I was going to have to like stand up and spend ages trying to put it in the right key. And Heather, who I was singing with, she was expected to sing straight away. And I was having to just dictate, say something. I need to retune the harp. So that's probably my most embarrassing moment. But
Yeah, yeah.
I was just so out of it. I was, broken wrist, painkillers. I was all over the place.
Thank you for that. We always ask questions like that for that.
Good question.
Can you play one of your last songs for us?
Yes, I will do. I think for this next, I'm actually not going to play the harp for this next one. This is another song that I've written with my writer friend Rakesh. We wrote it about 2 months ago, and it's about how when lockdown happened, and all sorts of musicians like myself thought to ourselves, what are we if we can't perform, if we can't play music? Do we even exist? It's kind of weird. And obviously we found means of performing. So this song is kind of about that, and it's called I Sing Because. So I'm just going to sing it. I do not sing to woo your heart, nor do I sing to win your trust. I simply sing because I must. I simply sing because I must. I do not sing to praise the Lord, nor do I sing to preach the word. I simply sing 'cause life's absurd. I simply sing 'cause life's absurd. I do not sing to pay my bills. I do not sing to gather wealth. I simply sing for better health. I simply sing for better health. I do not sing 'cause life is good, nor do I sing 'cause life is sad. I sing because it makes me glad. I sing because it makes me glad. La 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 la. I do not sing to change my fate, nor do I sing to lessen hate. I sing because it's truly great. I sing because it's truly great. I do not sing to woo your heart, nor do I sing to win your trust. I simply sing because I must. I simply sing because I must. I simply sing because I must.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I tell you what, I really enjoyed this. Thank
Oh,
you
thank you.
so much. Thank you very much. And if you send me some, if you've got any of your music on MP3 or anything like that, send it over and I'll stick it on my radio.
Oh, that'd be great. I will do. Yes, I've just been
Yeah,
recording recently. Yes, I've recorded a lot of the songs written over the last couple of months, so I'll try and get some of those over to you. And
yeah,
yeah, and I've got loads of stuff on YouTube and all the usual. I've been quite busy, but
yeah.
yes, I'll send you some. Thank
And
you very much. I will do that.
and
Thank you.
and if people want to contact you about booking you or finding you on YouTube, what do they have to do?
Okay, my YouTube channel is just Pauline Vallance on
Yeah,
YouTube. I'm never sure how quickly things come up, but yes, that should. I've got 120 songs to the tune of another, some original songs. I have a website which is paulinevalance.co.uk, and I'm on Facebook, Pauline Vallance. I have a music page and a profile as well. So just have a wee look, and you should be able to find me.
brilliant. Pauline, thank you so much, and we'd love to have you back again.
Oh,
You've done a
anytime.
really good job, and Merry Christmas to you,
Oh, Merry Christmas to you too.
and take care. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
for
much.
your time. Bye
Cheers.
bye.
Thanks. Cheers.
Bye bye. There you go. That was Christine. I'm sorry, Pauline, not Christine. That was Pauline, and there you go. Really, really good with that art. Anyway, we got a treat for you next. I'll be back at 4 o'clock. We got some two girls, two young ladies, and they are violinists, professional ones, and they're only going to give me a bit of time because they're in concert today for their Christmas concert. They're really, 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 really good. And so I'm going to be back about 2 o'clock. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining me. Sorry, 4 o'clock. Where's all time going? Yeah, so I'll be back at 4 o'clock. So tune in for that. In the meantime, take care and thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.